Hello everyone, welcome back to UKSG Green 2024. This event we are raising money for Crisis and you can donate with the links below the stream. We would also like to shout out ESA and BSG for their continued support. And now it's time for Vysetra running Vampire, the Masquerade, Bloodlines, any percent, Nosferatu, which is the prettiest of vampires. Good luck and
Agreed.
take it away!
Thank you, thank you. Hey, let's do this. Okay. So, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I'll make it short and sweet with the intro. Playing on patch version 1.1, which means when we go to create our character, we can auto spend the points, right? Reselect the clan, we get our points back. And to save us the process of filling out the character sheet like that, I've got to save. So, we will load the game. We've got to skip the cutscene, otherwise it's going to cause crashes at various points throughout the run. And, right, Nosferatu 20%. So if I count us down, we hit the button, so on go.
Will do.
3, 2, 1, go. Right. So, VTMB, 20% Nosferatu. It's a Source Engine game. In fact, there's a... It was released, I think, just the day before Half-Life 2 was supposed to release, and there was a whole controversy around it, at least, you know, with the devs anyway. So it is using Source Engine, so our primary form of movement is going to be bunny hopping and air strafing. So we're going to be doing a whole lot of that. There's a few sequence breaks in this run. 2 of them are very major. Like, the first one we're going to run into will be in... Actually, no, I was about to contradict myself. There's actually quite a lot of sequence
I was
breaks.
about to say, like, you say, no, there's like a few sequence breaks here. No, this whole beginning section is known as like Reset City, because you miss up one glitch here at any point, it's just, Red's dead.
Yeah, there's a whole sequence of sequence breaks with
You could
Santa
say there's
Monica.
a bunch of sequences.
A sequence of sequences. So we're going to jump on Jeanette here. What this is going to do is push her towards the elevator, which we're going to need to come back to.
If she's cooperating.
I have faith. I'm not so sure the game will though. So because we've already maxed out our character sheet via the exploit, however you want to look at it, we're going to head straight towards the... Is it the Lakeside Hotel or Ocean House?
Ocean House.
Ocean House, that's it. I keep mistaking Silent Hill 2 and this for some reason.
They're 2 different games that, like, look, Silent Hill 2 is not made with duct tape, gummy bears, and maple syrup.
Disagree.
Sorry, this game is made with, like, I don't know, what?
Hopes and dreams?
Hopes and dreams and a fish?
It's about as good as it's going to get her. There is a whole sequence where if you fall... Well, you should ordinarily fall through those stairs, right? And you get like a whole horror sequence. This whole section is... you know, it's quite spooky. The first playthrough of it is a very much a massive tone shift. You start out as this fledgling kindred, new to the life of what is essentially the undead, and you get to meet all these cast of characters, and you know you get acquainted with people, some friendly, some generally amicable, and then you come to this area. It's a total tone shift in the sense that, oh, by the way, this place is haunted. You're very likely going to die. It's very, very spooky. There's like a whole...
coming. He said someone's coming.
It's Gordon.
Yeah, it's just Maddie, you know, lost the lamb sauce.
What is he cooking? Oh,
Oh, okay, yeah, it's on fire.
it's worth mentioning actually. Whenever I interact with terrain like doors and stuff like that, I'm going to be dropping the frames to 60 FPS via mouse toggle. The reason for that is because... In fact, when I get to a door, which is coming up, not this one that I'm about to open, this one's actually a bit of a time save. So, you can open that door. You shouldn't be able to from that side. But, going back to the topic of frame limiting, this is if the speed of door opens if you have unlocked frames, right?
Very slow.
Not great. But, if you drop it to 60, perfect. It just opens much more fluidly. It is actually faster, and, you know, if you happen to get stuck between the door and like a wall with uncapped frames, you can get stuck in the wall, and it will genuinely kill you if you're unlucky, which is a very
stuck.
Yeah, like there used to be a tech in later in the run where you would actually not so much weaponize it, but you would use that as an exploit to clip through one of the environments to sequence break, which is quite... I'm grateful we don't have to do that anymore, but it's been replaced by what is now the Romero tech, or Hollywood skip, which I'll get to explaining in a bit, which is objectively more of a headache, if you ask me.
Romero's a chill guy. I don't understand why you dislike him.
Yeah, I'm sure I won't have any valid reason to hate on Romero when it comes to it in this run, right? Right, so Jeanette should now be by the elevator, and she is.
Oh.
Perfect. Right. I'm playing a little safer, and by that I mean I'm making quick saves. Like, in my actual, like, try-hard attempts, I make no quick saves, I just YOLO it.
That's what you gotta do, but...
we bring up the inventory to regain character control. You should be able to move during that cutscene, right? We're going to proc the elevator, run back outside, re-enter Asylum, which is the nightclub we're in, isolated in the chat. We should see some subtitles appear in the top left, indicating that the next part of the sequence is happening. We're going to groove a little bit.
Woo!
Is this not the most handsome man you've ever seen in your entire life?
He is very handsome.
Bro is
look
dripping.
at that
For
forehead.
sure.
It's magnificent.
Oh, I didn't even see him there.
Oh, he's running away.
Me and Alu refer to him as Nigel. Alu's another runner. Obviously, you know Alu because he's also ran Dead Rising.
Ran Dead Rising, he's mini golf connoisseur.
And we just jumped through the ceiling because this is Therese. She's another character, obviously. But she's got like a range where she can like interact with you. If you jump and crouch, it extends your hitbox. And it for some reason...
It just sucks you up through the ceiling. You stand on the bottle, you jump and crouch, and it just gets pulled straight through the ceiling. So no matter where you are, there you get pulled through. Also, if Vi shuts this door too quickly, the elevator will just open, close, and then you have to wait a bit longer. I found it the hard way.
Yeah. See, I've been quite fortunate in that a lot of... Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This is so Jova.
No, you're fine.
I don't think so.
You're fine.
Sorry, we've got safety saves just in case, but I think because that guy blocked us on our way out, we want to try and leave that area very quickly because we've dropped that lockpick between the grates on the elevator, right? What we intend to do is block those doors so we can come back and, you know, go through it. Because we've done so much sequence breaking.
The game is currently bugged.
Yeah, there's a bunch of flags that aren't set within the game's logic. Okay, we were actually quite lucky there.
Told you, you're fine.
So we pick up the lockpick, we stand between these gates, and then we just W and S, and that's going to open these doors because the game logic gets very confused, which is relatable.
Thing is, though, as well, if you go too far backwards, the door just shuts on you.
Yeah.
You lost it.
Yep, and that's another way the run can die.
The
Oh,
run
this can
also
softlock.
die here. Yep. For some reason, she will not turn around and it'll softlock for whatever reason. So Vi's going to try and do a specific bit of dialogue here to keep both of the characters. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's a set through dialogue. If you mess one dialogue option wrong here, up to the first, I believe it's the 7 dialogue options.
Yeah.
You'll end up picking one side or the other, and ideally you want both of them.
Yes, it's faster to save both the twins because it teleports you outside of the asylum and sends you sends you faster on the main quest to where you need to be going. But if you save just the one of them, you've got to do the walk of shame, as it were, and actually walk out of the asylum. Which is...
Imagine not teleporting out, goddamn.
I know. Couldn't be me. How cringe. Anyway, we are now greeted with what the Malkavians call Ugly Dude.
What do you mean he's beautiful?
Yeah, I'm all for it. He's a Nosferatu. Kindred spirit. His name is Bertram. I won't get too much into the story because I'm going to be real. I'm not going to do it justice in the time that I've got. I tried doing like a story... No, well, like a play-by-play sort of thing with the story when I was running this at a previous marathon. Oh, I want Obfuscate here, otherwise bad things will happen.
Yep. So, one thing with Obfuscate in this game, because this game is incredibly well put together, the FPS in this game drops dramatically. So, it makes this section kind of more sluggish, and there's a guy behind this door which he wants to try and avoid. If you bump into him, you kind of get seen, and it's not very good.
Yeah, so the way we came into this warehouse, there's a big metal gate that will drop if you aggro or become known to those two guys in that office. You can draw the attention of everyone out here, that's absolutely fine, but those two guys in the office, you absolutely have to avoid. Otherwise...
They'll shut the gate. And
Yeah.
you have to go all the way around the back, all around the side, and then jump over. And that's not very good.
Yeah, that used to be the route though for Gangrel and Tremere, which are two different clans, which you can play as, which also have speedrun routes to them. But with a bit of tinkering and testing, I did manage to find a way so clans that don't have Obfuscate, which is the discipline or the magical ability to turn invisible, can actually take that route, which is an improvement on the actual route itself, which is nice. One thing I haven't mentioned is, if you're unfamiliar with the Nosferatu in the World of Darkness or Vampire the Masquerade, we are unattractive conventionally. So we have to travel via the sewers as opposed to getting a taxi, which is a little strange because we appear to be getting out of a taxi here. Right, we've got about the better part of 2 minutes of cutscenes, so if there is any messages, anything you'd like to read, then now is a perfect time.
Alrighty, so I would like to thank ESA and BSG for supporting this marathon. Like BSG, they hold a bi-monthly gathering in the Netherlands, and they have supported UKSG from the very beginning. And by spreading the word and providing us a channel to stream on in past events, among other things. So mark your calendars because BSG 36 is on June 1st and 2nd. It is in a week, I think, from now. So it will be streamed on the ESA channel, so tune in next week to get the best of the speedrunners from the Benelux.
Woo! Woo! Happy days. Thank you for that. Right, so a bit of story beat because we've got the cutscenes happening.
Oh, the language from him.
I know. It's going to get worse as well. Brace yourself. I know. My man's Nines Rodriguez is definition of Bamf. He's just plays it so cool, so chill, and he just threatens 3 of these at Sabat. Sabat being feral vampires, if you will. They don't really care for the Masquerade. They're a bit more fast and loose with trying to keep, the presence and existence of vampires under wraps. These guys are a little more free with it. Nines is an anarch, which is he's just an anarchist. Let's go with that. Badass is what we're going to go with. Anyway, this cutscene is about done, which is good. And we're going to spawn into downtown. We're going to do a bit. It is basically a fetch quest, but really we're just going to set a flag for the conversation with LaCroix. So we're going to move over to the last round, which is the Anarch HQ, I guess you'd call it. Oh, that guy isn't usually there.
I mean, he's random, I guess. I don't know. This guy is very clean.
I don't usually see mobs get in the way there. That's quite different to what I'm used to. Anyway, we talk to this guy. We say we're not interested in what he's selling. Thanks for wasting my time. And now we're going to go be a bootlick for the Camarilla and buddy up to Prince LaCroix. The reason for this is it's faster, and it's not out of allegiance or any sort of personal bias. I think LaCroix is a crook.
What he's also doing in the little sewers when he enters them, he's backing up to the ladder and he's basically spamming his scroll wheel. So he has jump bound to spacebar, but also both scroll buttons, or scroll wheel directions. So he's just spamming his scroll wheel to go through that quickly because you maintain your momentum jumping off the ladder. So
yeah, that's right.
That just kind of saves a bit of time in the areas where you've got to kind of crouch.
Yeah, if you walk back onto the ladders and then jump off, you gain a bunch of momentum, which is obviously very useful. But on the higher frame rates, you have the chance of accidentally
Crashing.
Well, crashing and falling into the terrain, and it sort of gets you stuck there until you drop back down to 60 FPS. So.
Oh, for me, it always crashes.
Skill issue.
I mean, the biggest skill issue is that right you just passed us levitating.
That's what we call a flex. Oh, so close. Okay, so LaCroix, that dude that we were speaking with, has sent us on a bit of a fetch quest. We're going to go on to the... it is the Dame, innit?
Yes, it is the Dame.
And we're going to be introduced to the main story beat of this game, which is the Ankaran sarcophagus. What the Ankaran sarcophagus essentially is, it's the home to a antediluvian vampire, which is like a third generation vampire, so extraordinarily powerful. And the reason why everyone's so interested in this antediluvian is because they want to, what's the term? They want to essentially consume this super old vampire to become super, super powerful.
So basically, they want to become like Super Dracula.
That's it. Thank you.
Welcome.
Is it Diablerie or Diablerie?
I don't know.
Diablerie. Let's go with that. I heard that much. That's how I pronounce it anyway.
Also, it's very clean movement, and he's clean with it. But you can use the
Spectral Wolf.
Spectral Wolf ability, or spell, I can't remember the name of it, because it's top of my head, tied us 2 o'clock in the morning. He can use that on the guard in the corner. He will then die to the wolf by the time you get round to it. You can get more pistol bullets, which is handy later on for the skip coming up in the next little chapter.
Yeah. So, I mentioned that there's a couple of sequence breaks. The one that's coming up is not so much a sequence break. It's you know, it gets you through one of the levels a little faster. But it's the first. Man, my throat is so dry.
Basically, the trick coming up in the next place is called Grout Skip. Grout Skip is a very interesting glitch. I'll explain it more when we get round to it, because Vi's voice is clearly dying at the moment. So I will try my best to explain things best as I can where I can do them. So he's going back to LaCroix right now. So he will then talk to him, go past the magical Spirko rat that is currently levitating in the air for whatever reason. Because he's cool. And yes, he's going to go talk to LaCroix.
About maintaining the Masquerade.
Also, something interesting happens with the characters in this little cutscene. The guy in red, keep an eye on him, because he has a very interesting thing happen to his clothing. And hey, there he goes, backwards. And all the bug, that only happens on like uncapped FPS, so.
I am cooking. That was clean.
Yes.
Right.
You
So,
good, dude?
I think so. Oh, well, that was the wrong dialogue prompt, but it doesn't matter.
It's fine. You got this, it's fine.
Okay, so Grout's Mansion. There's a frame. It's not just frame perfect either, which is the worst thing. It's a multiple sequence of frame perfect inputs where you're going to be jumping off of the ability Bloodsucker's Communion, which is going to spawn a bat.
Also, sorry, I'm just going to say right now, if you're confused what's happened, if Vi's opening the menu there by pressing Q, he's able to skip past that cutscene and go talk to Nines and basically just skip parts of that. It just saves a few seconds, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's only 2 instances in the run where that happens. The first one is when Jeanette is heading towards the elevator, and the second is right there with Nines outside.
Okay, so whilst Vi's voice seems to be going, I'll explain Grout Skip now so you can kind of concentrate a bit more on it. So he's going to punch this goon or guy that's in here, and he's going to use Night Ravens on him by close to the bookshelf to distract him. Now he's going to use Bloodsuckers have it equipped, and he's going to jump on his head, jump on top of this bookshelf, at the same time call in the bats, go to a particular spot, save the game, and he's going to jump off the bookshelf whilst holding left, and then spam his scroll wheel to hit a frame perfect trick 6 times in a row.
Let's
go
go,
second
dude!
Try.
That's what I'm talking about. I am.
He's cooking.
Ooh, I am cooking.
Honestly, that trick, it's very awkward because it is it's not random per se, it's just very finicky because you have runs where you can either get it first try round or you can get it on the 10th attempt. But either way, it's faster by doing that than it is to go through the entirety of the mansion because you have to go up some stairs, go to a lever, open a door, go up some stairs, go down some stairs, go around, and all the other stuff in between.
Okay, I'm very satisfied with how the rest of this run goes because
Yeah, you've got like second try, dude. That's great.
that tech is that is genuinely a run killer for me nowadays. Like,
Yep.
I'm
Also, you can get stuck on those floor there.
yes, well, you've got to sort of go through those doors mid-air, otherwise you do just get permanently stuck in it. And you have to like.
I found it the hard way.
Yes, you did. I think I actually told you
You
mid-run.
told me, it was like mid-run, like, hey, by the way, dude. It's like, oh, I'm stuck. It's, no, go back through the door and jump through it. Like, what do you mean, jump through it? Oh, it works.
This game is abandonware, which is not actually a fault of the devs. It was the publishers that wouldn't let them. Oh, that sucks.
It's fine.
The publishers wouldn't actually let them like release support patches, and that's why we have Wesp5, who's done like all these community patches, and I think it's on like version 11.4 now. And
I'm pretty sure it's higher. I'm pretty sure it's like higher now. But if you're interested in playing this game, it's still on Steam. Install the unofficial patch. It has a bunch of cut content. It makes the game run better. It's basically like the silent patch version of this game. It's the best way to explain it. Also, what I did there was use bloodsuckers to get more blood because he goes low on blood, he goes into a frenzy, and loses a lot of time.
yeah, so frenzy is a state of being with Kindred where they sort of get not I guess like sort of possessed. I guess they go into like a fugue state where they are
They get
overtaken.
hungry.
Yeah, they get hungry and they're overtaken by
What's a
the
sandwich?
beast, and you lose control of your character for like 7-8 seconds or so, which is obviously not ideal if you're trying to go nice and fast.
He's dead.
Wait, Grout's dead?
He's dead?
Grout's dead? Bruh, what?
Well, he was into something, apparently.
Man got nailed.
No. Just no.
Not touching that one, huh?
No.
Right, let's see if we can get a nice Grout exit. So I hook that wall and then jump because that guy has RNG of lunging towards you and breaking your flow, basically. Okay.
Basically, if you get hit by any of the guys here, he loses all momentum while B-hopping, and he's using Night Ravens just to stall them out. Also in this section here, if he doesn't play on 60 FPS, it will hardlock the character stuck in the cutscene, so you're technically in the building, and you won't jump out of it for whatever reason. It's just high FPS equals softlock.
Yep, you can end up in the origin point of the map. Oh, he gets the tunnel jump. Dude, I am cooking.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be like all braggadocious, but that is the movement is there.
Well, you are the world record holder, by the way.
Again, as of
2
like,
days, like
24 hours ago. It won't last though. Lassie will turbo gap me, and he'll get the first sub 27 because he is objectively a better player than me. I just grind more.
yeah.
Right, so we've gone to.
They're in a museum.
That's it. It's a museum. No matter
What are you going to call this? Like an aquarium?
I was going to call it a library because the past.
How is? I mean, I can understand that because in most museums you do learn stuff, so it could be a library.
I get the logic. It's just I'm stupid.
No, just blame on the fact it's 2:30 in the morning. It's perfectly fine. And that you've been traveling for 8 hours on trains that have been cancelled.
True. Shout out to LNER for making what should be like a 5-hour trip an 8-hour ordeal.
Yep. Tony wasn't just like constant DMs to me going, I don't know if I'll be here or not. And I'm like, yeah, you'll be fine. It's stressing.
Yeah, see, I was more concerned about like being here on time for Swede's Dead Rising run, right? Rather than like my own ones.
I mean, yeah. Also, using Bloodsuckers on that guy because he gets his blood up plus drops the keycard and he can grab it faster. Also, the range on grabbing stuff is really strange.
It is, yeah. So Source itself has a bit of at least this version of the Source engine has a bit of finickiness when it comes to like object detection and range that you can interact from. I've got kind of a feel for the maximum range you can grab and interact with stuff on VTMB, which is. Oh, I was hoping we'd get another one. Never mind.
Never lucky.
Never lucky, never punished. Right, so we've got the big sequence break coming up now because we are about done with downtown. So we're going to be heading to Hollywood in search of gorgeous Gary Golden, who is the Nosferatu primogen. And I'll make sure that some of the conversation with him is shown because bro is fine.
I thought you were going to say you're going to see the awesome man known as Romero.
Oh,
Your best buddy, the guy you enjoy, the guy you want to be and spend like 10 minutes with, you know?
I mean, yesterday when he was playing ball and I got like the cleanest Romero tech I've had in like months. He was my friend. I have a feeling he's going to be a bit of a nuisance now that we're in a marathon setting.
That'd be fine, dude. Look, I took all the bad luck anyway with Dead Rising, it's fine.
Right.
Somewhere,
Okay.
You saw my Isabella.
Yeah. I maintained composure.
Anyway, this barrel is very important. It will become useful later.
Yeah, so I think instead, for the sake of like actually explaining what we're doing, I will actually just do this instead of what I ordinarily do, which is leash Romero with the barrel. We're going to leash an NPC into this little room here, into this mausoleum, and that is going to be a barrel that we pull towards us to clip through a shortcut. And what that shortcut is going to do is effectively save, on the top end of runners, 10 minutes of running through Hollywood and the Nosferatu Warrens. In a casual sort of playthrough, it would save hours. So, we're going to aggro this dude. I'm going to run in here. Right, I want Night Wisp Ravens. I also want to try close this door. This is a really bad start because I've buggered this.
That's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, he's out. That's the most important part, really. So, Romero has 2 attack forms. He's got his knife and he's got his shotgun. When he's got his shotgun, he's not running towards you, which is what we want him to do. So, okay, swap the knife. Good man. We always want him coming towards us, and the most consistent way I found is, you know, cycling him with Night Wisp Ravens, whereas Vin, Alucard, and Swede have had great success using Obfuscate, and I have not, because it's a massive, massive skill issue.
So, I'll explain what the Obfuscate strat is as well, while Vi's doing his one. With the Obfuscate strat, for whatever reason, Romero hates Vi every time he does this strat. So basically, all Obfuscate is, you go down the corner of the ramp there, so you get him to follow you, you go Obfuscate, and then you shoot your gun before you Obfuscate. And he'll follow you down to where you last shot, and you can go to the entrance to the, like, what would you call this building, like a church?
This is a mausoleum.
Was I saying mausoleum or mausoleum? It's like I can't think of the name of it. But you go in here and he'll follow you through. So is it...
Oh, he blocked me there.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
Okay. Well, seeing as this is pretty decent pace actually so far.
Yeah, he's actually followed you through, which is actually good.
So I will take the audacity and feed on him a little bit. Ordinarily I wouldn't do that, but I need his knife out, so he runs in here, right? One more.
Fine, you're fine.
I don't know if this will work.
It will work. It's fine.
Pull the barrel towards us. Clip. Out of bounds.
Oh,
That's not
unlucky.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, the wolf is in the bad spot.
Yeah, it's in a really bad spot.
That's fine. You got backup.
I do. Where is that? So, this is why we've got safety saves, because things like that can happen. Romero outside clip. Which means I'm going to have to feed on this guy, because this is a hella old save.
Safety saves, very useful for marathons.
Yes, well, this is why we're doing it.
Yep.
But the reason that failed... In fact, it's probably better that you did see it fail to begin with, because you get like this idea of what it should look like and what it shouldn't. So, okay, this should work because it's got like a slight angle to him. So if I pull this barrel towards me now, there we go, clip through.
Panic in your voice intensified.
Okay, so what this is going to do is send us to the total arse end of the Warrens, where we're going to have a conversation with gorgeous Gary Golden. By the clack-smack cracking of his thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Wait for it. It will reveal himself in a second. Come on out. Look at that delicious mane. Aren't the Nosferatu just the best-looking clan out of the lot? Okay, anyway, memes aside, he's going to send us to Chinatown, which is the last section of this run. We are quite reasonably ahead of estimate. I'd say in about 6 minutes we'll be probably done with the run, providing there's no
Don't say that.
major issues. But
Why do you say that?
I said it because I'm clawing back schedule time.
I mean, to be fair, you can't really call back 20 minutes of a fire.
What do you mean? This run is fire.
That's not as far as the San Andreas run, clearly.
True. I can only aspire to such heights. Anyway, we've got, I'd say, about like 40 seconds of free time because it's just me moving through the sewers. So if there's anything that you'd like to read out, now is a perfect time.
40 seconds. Okay, got it. So 39, 38. No pressure. So, Crisis.
34.
What? So, would you like to know more about Crisis?
I actually would, yes, please. What is Crisis about?
So, Crisis has a main aim to relieve the huge pressure of homelessness. So,
Okay.
makes sense, right? They do that through 9 skylights. They have one in Birmingham, Brent, Croydon, Edinburgh, London, Merseyside, Newcastle, Oxford, and South Wales. So there they provide practical one-on-one support to prevent and end homelessness by helping people find safe and affordable homes as quickly as possible. Still have left. Is that it?
You've got 4 seconds.
I got 4 seconds. So please donate, everyone. It's for a good cause.
Perfect timing, right? So a quick explanation. We you shouldn't be able to jump inside that tree. That you'd never think, oh, the tree, jump into it and then jump off it. You can jump over this hut, which takes you into the end game area. Ming Xiao is in that hut, but we can't do anything. We can't actually use any weapons or disciplines, so we're going to just hop over that man's, jump the fence, and now we are into the end game area of Chinatown, which is great. So we've got this, like the barracks here. Oh, that's bad.
You're fine, you're fine, you're fine.
Okay,
Move the other way.
And then we've got like the inner sanctum, and then we've got the actual encounter with Ming Xiao. This door ahead, you shouldn't be able to open, but like the one in the Ocean House Hotel, you look at it from an angle, you can open it, which is great. So that's really helpful. Saves you running all the way around. And there's another quirk with this area as well. Oh my days. Dude, just... Okay, there we go. Just push. Thing blocking the door. You have to quick save and quick load here. Specifically in this map, because if you don't, this becomes uninteractable terrain, and it forces you to run all the way around. So, okay, a little scuffed, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's clean.
We say goodbye to our lockpick, which has joined us throughout our entire journey, our whole 30 minutes of it.
I mean, it was a good 30 minutes, yeah.
And now we're into the inner sanctum, as I call it. I don't know if it's actually referred to that. It's just called temple3.bsp. We're going to kill this dude. We're going to take his katana. Now we've got to collect 4 jade statues, which correspond to a puzzle in the center of the map. So we've got the jade cat. Ooh, clean.
You're giving me anxiety every time you jump over those, because I've there enough mind going, you're probably going to hit that, you're going to cause a trap, you're going to get hit by that, you're going to die. No, not good.
No, I'm a professional, mate. Trust me.
At dying?
Shh.
We not fixed you.
We won't talk about how close I came to losing that world record last night by landing on one of those pressure plates.
I don't know, so I didn't watch the end part of it. I watched the beginning.
Yeah, you disappeared. Very inconspicuously.
Listen, man.
Man's got to do what man's got to do.
Exactly. When the toilet calls, the toilet calls.
Right, so time will be in about 80 seconds, but I'll obviously do a countdown for it as well. We've got this encounter with Ming Xiao. Time will be once we've travelled back to downtown and gone through the elevators. So, potence. Hope not to frenzy. I think I did forget to use pestilence there, but all we're going to do is spam burrowing beetle and hit her with our katana with potence. Cycle through the animalism discipline to nuke her health bar, and this sponge is nearly done for. Anyone that's played this casually will know how much of a... I think I can get away with one. How much of a ball ache that fight is, so...
It's quite awkward.
Especially if you don't actually spec combat stats, but anyway. Do you want to press the button, or...?
Oh, I got it, dude.
Okay. Right. So I'll stand in the elevator, count down,
Yeah.
and then... Right, 3, 2, 1, time. Woo! An actually decent run at a marathon. I'm happy with that.
And it took you 4 tries.
Yeah, it only took me like near enough an entire handful to get one. No, I'm glad to actually demonstrate VTMB here at UKSG because it's a fantastic game. It's a better casual game, and it's a brilliant experience to go through. It's one of the best RPGs ever made. It's a fantastic speed game if you can get over the hurdles and the quirks of it. It can be a bit frustrating at times getting past that learning curve, but if you are interested in learning VTMB, all the resources are available both on the speedrun.com page and on YouTube because of a collective effort between me, Lurk, and other people in the community. So it's been good. If you're interested, definitely hop in. I'm more than happy to help and answer questions. Swede also picked up VTMB and he's done well for himself already. I know that Alu is sweating that you're only like 10 seconds behind his time. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, thank you to the people that obviously watch me stream and tag along to support me. Thank you, Swede, for joining me on comms and covering for me whilst I recovered from an extraordinarily dry throat.
You're welcome.
I'm good to go. Thank you very much for your time.